Y'all, let's get into this Madonna story, y'all. She caused quite a stir on social media after posting how she paved the way for today's sex-positive female artist. Madonna wrote, 30 years ago, I published a book called Sex. In addition to photos of me naked, there were photos of men kissing men, women kissing women, and me kissing everyone. I also wrote about my sexual fantasies and shared my point of view about sexuality in an ironic way. She continued, now Cardi B can sing about her WAP. Kim Kardashian can grace the cover of any magazine with her naked ass, and Miley Cyrus can come in like a wrecking ball. You're welcome, blanks, B words. Cardi B responded to Madonna's post and tweeted, I literally paid this woman homage so many times because I grew up listening to her. She can make her point without putting clown emojis and getting slick out the mouth. These icons really be disappointments once you make it in the industry. That's why I keep to myself. And now Jason Lee, thanks to Jason Lee, the two have made amends. He got them both on the phone and they actually hugged it out and it's all good now. Do you think Madonna was out of line for her comments or was she speaking facts? And do you think the emojis and the clown emojis, I think, put a little stank on it? Q, what do you think about this?
I definitely think Madonna was out of line. I definitely think Madonna was fighting. And it's so funny because a lot of people get me when I say fighting for relevancy and they're like, she's Madonna, she doesn't need relevancy. Yeah, but ain't nobody really checking for Madonna in 2022 unless you're over the age of 50. I think Madonna could have made her point without mentioning anybody's name. And I could totally understand how somebody on the receiving end of that message with the tone and the clown emojis would have taken Cardi B's position. But I am glad that the two ladies were able to talk it out and all is good in the hood.
Facts. I agree. Okay, Al, what do you think?
So I didn't take it like that. I disagree with Funky on this one. I felt like when I read it, that she was, making a post for someone who has paved the way for those young ladies. I thought it was interesting that she mentioned Miley Cyrus as well as Kim Kardashian and Cardi B, and the only one that clapped back and took it as a negative inference was Cardi B. So it looks like, to me, it felt like Cardi B was, ready to create some drama when not necessarily was there. But I'm like you guys, I feel like I'm glad Jason Lee saw the indifference and pulled them together and they solved it. So they're back to normal now.
It's funny that people were like, some people coming for Cardi, like, she's overreacting and she's being emotional. Cardi B is a Libra and she's always an emotional person, not to blame it on her sign, but she's always showed us that she takes things to heart. It actually keeps her eye on the internet and she definitely speaks out when she feels attacked. I do think there's a disconnect sometimes with older people in social media with nuance. And maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But I think if someone put a comment about me and then put clown faces, I think it should be an obvious thing that it is kind of being kind of bitchy or kind of at least catty at the very least. I thought it was kind of rude. And I'm glad that it wasn't so much so that they couldn't talk it out afterwards. But yeah, I think it was shady and I'm glad that Cardi expressed herself. I think if she didn't express herself, they probably would have never gotten on the phone and had a conversation. So it all worked out in the end. So
well, we're not gonna pretend like Madonna's tone wasn't as if somebody owed her something. Like, girl, don't nobody owe you nothing. No one owes you nothing. Like, right. Yeah, you did it. And at the time in which you did it, you weren't doing it saying 30 years from now, I'm doing this for Cardi B and Kim Kardashian. You did it because that's how you was feeling in the moment, but don't nobody owe you nothing.
Right. I agree. And try to use, make your point without throwing other people on the bus.
Right.
Because we were having this conversation last week with Nicki Minaj and Lotto. And
she could have easily said, and because of my book now, women are able to be more free in music. You didn't have to come after certain people and then put the clown emoji. Cardi would be a better woman than I ever because I'd have cussed her ass out. Y'all know I cuss out old people and kids, so I don't care. And Madonna is definitely old people. Although that was one of the best pictures we've seen of her in a long time because Mama was looking like a wrecking ball for a long time.
Yeah, what about them clappers?
The deflated Spalding basketballs. She need to go where Al went.
Al, did you get a response to that?
None.
Tell him that your high booty is a result of hard work and putting time in the gym and eating good Southern food. No, I'm trying to help you, Al.
I ain't paying attention to Q.
Al don't want standards and practices to get his ass for lying. He know he had a BBL.
Okay, we're gonna move on.